Hey everyone, I cannot believe we're already presenting our senior projects. It's so crazy this semester just flew by. So I'm Lena and I'm about to tell you guys about the project I've been planning this semester. The project that I have planned is going to be a live event, kind of festival style on campus. And I am teaming up, with my partner JT. He's doing more of the audio side of the project, and I'm focusing on the management side. But, anyways, we're teaming up with this organization on campus called Luckyday, which some of you guys might be familiar with. It's this like scholarship program, and it's focused on citizenship and doing community service in Hattiesburg. So the profits that we make, which will either be donations, ticket sales, or also they have this coffee shop in Lucky Day. So we're going to sell coffee as well, and the profits from those things are going to go to a nonprofit in Hattiesburg. From what I have discussed with the Lucky Day directors, we're probably going to go with Edward Street Fellowship Center, and they just provide a really huge, broad arrangement of help to people in need in Hattiesburg, like food pantry and a clinic and so many other things. They're great. So that's probably what we're going to go with. Lucky Day has this multi-purpose room, and they've turned it really recently into a coffee shop, which is so cool. It's so cute. And so on like about once a week, they started having artists come play, usually on Sunday nights, I believe. And whenever I saw that, I just got this idea that clicked. I'm like, what if we use that space and that facility to have a live event where people could come enjoy some live music, but also in the process of having fun and enjoying music, bring people together to help our community out and give back to people in need. I got this idea. Really, I didn't know what I wanted to do at the beginning of the semester. I knew I wanted to do a live event because I just have a huge heart for concerts and live music, and I've always enjoyed them. But I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do with that. But whenever we started doing like articles in this class and I started researching different managers and different events, I noticed I was really drawn to the stories of artists and events that didn't just have a concert just to make a bunch of money and have fun, which is great, but it was the people who used their success and their story and their life experiences to give back to the world in the process. And so doing the articles just really guided me to figure out what I wanted to do. And also, so of course the classes I took or am still taking here at Southern Miss have guided me to figure out not only that, I wanted to go the manager route, but also what kind of manager do I want to be and what does that mean? How am I impacting the world not the world, but like people, what kind of worker do I want to be? And the classes that really helped me was live production business. That really made me realize that I definitely wanted to be a manager and not so much the production side. I just really enjoyed learning about all the different aspects of live music and how it's a lot more complicated and complex than I realized it was, and how much goes into it and so many details and being thorough. And our project at the end of the year, I remember doing, it was whenever we got sent home for COVID, so me and my partner were texting each other and figuring out everything, but it was routing a tour, and that was so much fun, and so I really loved doing that. And then the creative careers and talent management class, at that point I knew I wanted to be a manager, but that class made me figure out what it means to be a good manager and get the best results out of the people you're working with and making them feel comfortable and letting you know that you care about them and you consider their thoughts and concerns, and you're not just there to make as much money as you can and you know, be someone that people hate to work with and just make it in a really great environment. And yeah, so that class really helped me out in figuring out just, what I wanted to do with this career. And I know that the work I did in that class, what I've saved from it and everything, is something I want to go look back later down the road. And so I know I'm on track and I'm doing what I'm doing for the right reasons to help out artists and the whole team I'm working with to just have a fun workspace and have a team of people who really care about each other. But yeah, so that the classes and the articles just really helped me narrow down what I wanted to do. And so yeah, as I said, my partner JT, he's going to be focusing on the audio part, and I'm going to be focusing on the management part. And there is only two of us, so we may end up combining efforts on some things or dividing some things up if one of us gets overwhelmed. It's a little hard to tell right now since we are so far out from actually having the event. So yeah, but we do have sort of established what each of us taking care of. And so I know that this project's gonna really help me develop and learn my the values that I kind of talked about as a manager. Now by doing this, I'm gonna actually get to exercise them and work with people and communicate with people, and instead of just thinking, oh, like that's what I want to do with my job, now next semester I actually get to exercise those skills and get ready for entering the workplace and all of that. Is so cool. And so now we're going to get started on kind of the timeline that we are thinking for our project. So of course we only have about 4 months from the beginning of the semester to the start, which isn't a lot of time to plan a full-blown concert festival. So we probably need to kind of get started in the summer to start just laying the groundwork, well, I mean, we are already laying the groundwork, but to really figure out like where we're going with this and figuring out what we're doing in more detail. So we need to really have talk and meet again with the Luckyday directors. Since it's summer, that might have to be over email or Zoom or something like that. But talk with them and really establish what we're doing, if we're doing this inside or outside. Most likely inside, but outside is an option considering we may still be dealing with COVID at this time, so that may be the better way to go. We're not sure, or we could do a combination of both. Just depends on how things play out. But we have that in mind. We could do a combination of inside, outside, on the stage that is in front of the cafeteria and out there by the football field. That new stage. We could do something with that. Not 100% sure. But anyways, moving on. So we need to talk to Luckyday directors. We need to have our theme kind of laid out. Have an official name established, figure out if we're going to try to stick to one kind of genre of music or a really broad spectrum, probably the broad spectrum of local artists, and try to get artists in Hattiesburg to come out and play. So, and we need to probably start contacting artists at this point, beginning like searching for people that we would like to play at our festival. Fortunately for our major, we have so many talented people and artists in our major, so we can just in class next semester, thank goodness we have in-person classes. I'm so excited for that. And we can ask people in our major if they want to come play, put up flyers, which of course that would be whenever we actually get back to school, around like August. I believe late August we start. So start putting up flyers, and then also like flyers at places like T-Bones or like Thirsty Hippo where artists might be hanging out, so we can get the word out. And we also need to get volunteers for to work our festival, and Luckyday has a lot of students involved who really do a lot of community service, so that would be a great place to get volunteers for our festival. And I'm sorry, I'm going a little long, but I'm about to wrap it up. And so yeah, we need to have some kind of contract established, with I don't know a whole lot about yet. I really need to work on that. I'm gonna be in the legal class, the MEA law class, while I'm also in senior project too. So I'm gonna be learning about those things as we're planning the project, but I'll probably talk with our sponsor to kind of get that laid out earlier. So, because that's very important. So figure out that with like legalities and all those things. Figure out our promotion plan. Have graphics and things like that established. Probably have like an early round of promotion without the official lineup on it, and then later down the road have another one that has an official lineup, and make sure we know who and where and how much audio equipment that we're going to need. Also probably lighting. So we're going to get about 3 weeks to a month out is when we really need to start having graphics posted on social media. We also need to contact the fire department or campus security or both to talk about what to do in case of an emergency, in case something happens. So if something does happen, we're not just freeze and don't know what to do. Like, we have some kind of plan in place, So in about a week out, we are going to have a meeting, of course, with everyone involved, so everyone knows the timeline and what responsibilities everyone is going to have, so there's no confusion when everyone shows up. Everyone knows what they're doing, and we make sure we don't have anyone that falls through and need to maybe get more people to cover a job or something like that. But so a week out, we need to have a really detailed, organized meeting. And then, of course, the day of the show, I'll need to be, as a manager, I'll need to be keeping track that everyone arrives early and that we have a team meeting before, and everyone needs to arrive a good bit of time before so that we can check audio, check lighting, make sure we have enough of everything, make sure nothing's broken, make sure everything's working, make sure we have enough coffee, which we'll be selling, maybe some other foods or things like that. Just make sure everyone's there, everything's set up, everything's ready to go. So, and then throughout the day, since it's going to be a festival kind of style, we're probably going to have artists coming and going. So we need to make sure that artists are getting there in time and make sure and see like who's leaving, and just keeping track, keeping the ball rolling, shoot some texts to remind people in case someone's running late. So I need to be really on top of it and really paying attention. And then, of course, at the end of the day, the nonprofit that we decide to go with, probably Edward Street, but I still need to contact them and see if they would like to even participate. But anyways, so the nonprofit will, the money that we raise, we will give to them, and that will be so awesome to get to team up with them. But yeah, so our festival will probably be November, late November, towards the end of the semester. I don't believe I said that part. But sorry I ran long, but that is the plan for me and JT senior project, and we are so pumped to get started next semester. Bye, everybody.